I'm sorry if I seem melancholy. You see, I wasn't always this way. I used to be full of life and light and love for everyone and everything. I remember the halcyon summer days spent laughing with friends, those moments when it seemed as though time ceased to exist for us, those moments that now remain only in my mind, frozen like a bug in amber. In the dusty warehouse I now call home, I often take out decaying relics of those crystallized memories. Photographs mainly, but also a football, an old cell phone, a broken radio, anything that connects me with a time now inexorably lost to me. 2 years ago, I was out walking the streets of suburban New Jersey at night. I used to do it all the time in the fall. The crisp, clean twilight air combined with a lack of traffic and pedestrians gave me the peace in which I was able to think best. But I think back to this one fateful night all the time. There was an unusual chill in the air, like I never experienced before. It seemed to settle in the very marrow of my bones, and as my breath misted before me, I considered going back inside and crawling beneath my warm sheets. Oh, how I wish I'd done just that. What use are regrets, though? They can't change what I've become. Oh, what's that? My story? Oh yeah. I was walking my usual route down Boulevard. It was the historic street in the town, full of interesting old houses. One in particular stood out starkly for me. It seemed different somehow, older perhaps, darker. This night, as I passed the house, the already frigid air seemed to grow even colder, and I was gripped by a sudden sensation of disquiet. An odd silence descended as even the dried leaves on the trees ceased their autumnal rustling. Without warning, a funerally slow creak sounded, and one light spilled onto the house's darkened porch from the door that had swung inwards. I was paralyzed by the figure that emerged. It seemed to glide rather than walk down the porch steps which surely should have sounded similar creaks, but which remained curiously silent. My recollection of the evening ends there. I awoke the next day to a dull throbbing at my temples and an unbearable abhorrence for sunlight. Of course I'd read about vampires, and I'd seen all the movies, but I never believed they were real, until I became one. So, excuse me if I seem melancholy. It's just that I'm awfully lonely, and I'm getting hungrier every single day.